I love the freshness of the air right after a rain down in the south, up in the north, and I've been stationed in both places, and I really commend all the soldiers that are doing everything they can, risking their life to defend this democracy, to defend freedom, our land, this one land of the Jewish people. And yes, striking in Mar Elias, in Beirut, taking out enemies, 120 terrorists in Gaza taken out. But the world is really, really spiraling, I feel. Our own president, Isaac Herzog, Bougie Herzog, was trying to fly to this conference. He had to cancel because Turkey closed the airspace and the flight path went over Turkey. And I also heard Turkey decided to receive the Hamas leadership. You know, those leadership that were in Qatar. Qatar allegedly threw them out. And then you have Turkey takes them in and says, yes, set up your shop here. And that's just strange. It's just like, what's going on? They're terrorists, just like these Hezbollah terrorists. They shot a synagogue the other night. It's a miracle that no one was killed, but people were slightly injured. But that was some serious damage on a Haifa synagogue. How can you live like this? You can't. You can't. You gotta be able to put a stop to this. There's the military way. There's the political way. Everyone's trying. I believe that there's going to be a day where hearts will change and attitudes will change and realize that terror just doesn't pay. And the Bible calls us to love Israel and stand with Israel. So our guys in Lebanon have successfully raided a tunnel.
We're doing a search and destroy mission here in southern Lebanon. As you can see, it's a very heavily wooded forest. It's a natural reserve. We see here a literal rocket launcher with about 30 to 40 different, we call them margamot in Hebrew. Those are mortar launchers, which are directed at the exact angle towards Israeli civilians. Some of them have rockets in them. If they were to be fired today, you would have civilians being injured and dying in between 2 to 4 minutes, just like that. I'm here in southern Lebanon, just a few miles from the border, in a very heavily wooded area where we found this crazy tunnel. This is a natural rock face in the mountain here, which was blown open and carved out by Hezbollah to be an operational facility, once again, just miles away from the border, where we found both AK-47s and tons of explosive material headed towards Israel, pointed towards Israel.
And it was in the side of a mountain, and suddenly they found this underground, logistical area, a place with all kinds of weapons and RPGs, rocket-propelled grenades, Kalashnikovs, all kinds of bombs. And so the reconnaissance unit, under the control of 228 Brigade, went in and they found all these openings, all these entrances, and they're like, same in Gaza. Going in Gaza, finding all this stuff. And that every single one of these weapons was supposed to be used to kill us. That's what the intention of these weapons are, to hurt innocent men and women and children. And we're finding these things. We're able to remove them in these localized raids in Lebanon and all throughout Gaza. And you'd probably notice the targeted strikes. There was a targeted strike in Beirut against Mohammed Takush, and he was the Secretary General of the Al-Jama'a al-Islamiyya, which fought alongside Hezbollah. They're like their partners in crime. And so all of us are asking the question, what is the ceasefire going to be like? The United States is trying to broker a ceasefire and speaking to Lebanese parliament member Nabih Berri concerning a truce between Israel and Hezbollah. And so they're saying that they would actually retreat to the 1701 agreement line, which says they have to go back to the Litani River, beyond the Litani River, and stop flooding this whole area with weapons, and that Israel maintains the right to strike, if they are striking us, to strike back in a targeted, localized, strategic raids, to continue doing that if we have to, and they are going to remove themselves. Will this happen? I don't know. Will they agree to this? I don't know. But man, it has to come to an end sometime, and they have to stop attacking us. I know U.S. Special Envoy tomorrow, good thing to pray for, Amos Hochstein is supposed to be arriving to Lebanon to finalize this agreement and the end of the Northern Arrows War with Lebanon. Well, with the Hezbollah in Lebanon, occupying illegally southern Lebanon and shooting terrorist missiles on our boys and girls and on our people all throughout the north. And, when this war is over, when it ends, when we have victory, and I pray that you stand with us for full victory, and with Donald Trump coming in as the president of the United States. And I see Gantz is really, Gantz here is he's really a key player. And I believe that he thinks, hey, Why shouldn't more embassies continue to move? Why shouldn't we continue to advance the Abraham Accords and build towards this plan of peace, build towards a normalization with Saudi Arabia? Why can't we believe for a great peace to become a reality here? Something we've prayed for and dreamed of, and it was really going forward well when Trump was in last time. But we believe that from the beginning of 2025, we're going to start to see some major shifts and probably a lot more aliyah, millions and millions of Jewish people. So friends, I just want to read this verse to you and say, stand with us through this time. You know, Psalms 143 verse 12, and in your mercy cut off my enemies. Destroy all those that afflict my soul, for I am your servant. Thank you so much for going strong in intercession this week on behalf of Israel.